Hey guys, I'm Angie.
And I'm Lou,
We're Eat, Sleep, RV, Repeat.
and we're going to talk about our first month living full-time in the RV.
So you heard that right. We have now been full-timing stationary in our 20-foot travel trailer for a month now.
Right, it's June 1st.
So Lou has put together some questions to ask me and for her to answer as well, to see what our first month experience was like. And we want to share that with you guys.
We sure do. And just to give you a recap, we started in a 3,500 square foot, 3-bedroom, um,
Townhouse.
2-bath townhome. And then we moved into a 900 square foot, 2-bedroom apartment. Then into an 800 square foot, 2-bedroom apartment. Then into a 650 square foot, 1-bedroom apartment. And then into a 600 foot, 1-bedroom apartment. And from there, we went into here, which is 105 square feet.
So yeah, we have been downsizing for a while, and this is the ultimate downsize.
It is. It is. It's not uncomfortable.
Not at all.
I'm not going to say that.
No, it's very comfortable. And for as small as it is, it's very spacious with our spaces.
Yeah, it feels very spacious. It doesn't feel cramped in any way. The way we work, Angie usually worked in the office, which was a room, and I usually work from the recliner. And those spaces are here. She has her own office space, which is what the bunkhouse used to be. And I have a sitting area here in the sofa with an ottoman that becomes
almost like a recliner.
So we have a bed, we have everything we need. So it feels bigger than I thought it was going to feel.
Yeah, I thought that at some point that it would feel cramped, but it hasn't felt cramped once.
No.
So I'm very happy with the size.
So I put a couple of questions together for us to answer for you.
Okay.
Get a different perspective. I've sent them to Angie. She probably doesn't remember. But here we go. So the first thing I have is, what have you learned about yourself since you moved in?
Oh my god. Okay, I remember this question, and I remember thinking about it for a couple of days. Because I was like, I don't think I've learned anything new about myself. That probably sounds awful. I'm not as loud as I thought I was. Because I know that when my job is probably like 60% on the phone and then 40% chat support. Some days are vice versa. And I know I get very excited and very into who I'm talking to. It's not scripted, so it's very personalized. And when I'm talking to them, I get carried away and my voice gets high. I'm Cuban. I talk loud. But being here with Lou probably 10 feet, if not smaller, sleeping in bed, and me sitting in the little bunkhouse working, mind you, she is wearing little earwax stuff. But she doesn't hear me. I don't wake her up. I don't disturb her, so I'm not as loud as I thought I was.
Having said that, I am wearing these special ear plugs that are made out of wax, and you sort of squish them into your ear, and they cover your entire ear portion.
Like a mold.
Yeah. And the AC, the wall unit, is really loud. So I'm on the other side with the AC above me and the noise, and I'm wearing those earplugs. So
maybe I am a little loud. There's just buffer.
There's a lot of buffer.
Yeah, I don't think I've learned anything new about myself. I live the exact same way I've lived before. I'm just now trying to adapt to not cooking with an oven since we don't have an oven here, but everything is exactly the same. It's just living smaller. And I knew that I can live smaller because this is something that I wanted. As a matter of fact, if you recall from several videos back, what brought us into this was me wanting van life, which is even smaller than this. So, yeah, I don't think I've learned anything new about myself.
Yeah. I think for me, what I've learned a couple of things. One is that we were talking the other day about, as a regular RVer, you're always planning your next RV. And we're talking about different RVs and, spring, summer, people are buying RVs, the sales are through the roof.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to Angie, I realized that I had not put a timeline into how long I was going to be in here,
Mm-hmm.
which is not like me. I'm a planner. You know, I strategize the whole thing, and I had planned 2 months of renovation. I had planned moving into it. I had planned moving into this RV park, but it never occurred to me like, so
For how long?
how long are you gonna live in here? I had no clue. And that was something that like really surprised me because I'm a planner. I would have known, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there 3 years, so I'm gonna use it for 1 year, I'm gonna do this. And I had no clue. So that was interesting to like not know. And it surprised me about me not planning that part of it. And then the other thing that I also found out is that I don't like having projects.
Well, you're kind of over from all the renovation that we've done, and then a lot of projects have been coming up in our first month living here, so
Yeah.
she's getting a little over
And
it.
she did a project countdown for the first 4 weeks, and she came up with 6. And then she said, "You realize that there's only 4 weeks in a month,
Yeah.
4 weekends,
Yeah. We did. You're right. I was
and
like, I
we've
did a
done
project countdown.
6 projects." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I've realized that I don't like projects. I don't like, and it feels like it's never gonna end.
Yeah.
Like little things are always gonna be popping up, you know." So so yeah, I found out that I don't like projects. Yeah. Okay, the second thing I have here is what has surprised you the most about living in the RV?
I and going back to working in the RV, that was my biggest fear. I was terrified that we were going to move into this tiny space and that I would disturb her with my talking, or Lexi would disturb my cause. I don't want to get in trouble at work by Lexi barking in the background because we're not supposed to let our customers know that we're working from home. So that was terrifying for me because Lexi barks every time somebody knocks on the door, and we order a lot from Amazon, or when somebody's coming in from next door, and we knew that there would be traffic of people coming in and out of the RVs.
Right.
So that was my biggest fear, and I'm thankful that I'm not afraid anymore. Like, I know that I'm not disturbing her. Even by the time she wakes up, I feel like I'm quiet enough and she's still doing her thing and I'm not disturbing her. And Lexi, for the most part, has been pretty good. I've gotten better at my mute button, which I've never pressed before, but now in between me talking, I just press mute. So if she does bark, she doesn't come up in the background. And Lou has been amazing with keeping Lexi quiet, telling her no or to be quiet, or entertaining her, keeping her busy.
I think there's a lot of things
Yeah,
that contribute
so-
to that. Again, the noise of the AC, as annoying as it is an amazing buffer for the noise outside, and it keeps us like incubated in here,
Yeah.
you know. And I think that helps Lexi as well, you know, from hearing other noises. I also play the TV in the background because people talking on the TV distracts her from people talking outside or walking by and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Kind of
that,
triggery.
that helps a lot, yeah.
So that was, my fear. My fear was working in such a tiny space.
So what has surprised me the most about living in the RV is it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I know it sounds ridiculous, I get it, especially people that have really big RVs, but the living space is like, sometimes I look and I'm like, wow, like there's more space than I thought I was gonna have, you know? So that has definitely surprised me a lot. Every so often when I look around and I sit and I don't know, I stretch my legs out. Maybe I thought I wasn't going to be able to stretch my legs out. I'm not that tall, so. Yeah, that's been very surprising to
We're
me.
not in each other's way at all.
How big it feels to be in here. That's definitely surprising for me. All right, next one I have is, what do you like the most about the RV?
The look. I love the way our little RV looks. I think that the work that we put into the renovation really paid off. It does feel like home, and it's beautiful in here, and I'm comfortable in here. And it just makes me happy when I look around and I see our cabinets and our curtains and our subway tiles and our counter, and like everything looks so nice with the exception of the couch. But Joanne Fabrics wasn't an essential store, so they weren't shipping the fabric out, and we never got the fabric. They ended up canceling our order, And I think now is when the stores are starting to open up again.
Right.
So
For very limited
once
hours, though.
once Lou feels comfortable going out into the world so that we can go together, I want that to be a decision that we both make together, not for me to go on my own to purchase the fabric. So that's the only thing that's like crashing the look of this place is this couch.
Yeah.
But everything is beautiful, and it makes me happy to look around. I love it,
I'm glad you love it.
and it's all her. She did all the work.
I didn't know. I had a
The
lovely
majority of
assistant,
the work.
and you can't get things done without a lovely assistant. The ice maker.
That's something that should have surprised you about yourself.
Well, it surprised me because I don't like ice in my drinks, but I don't like hot drinks. And unfortunately, the small refrigerator we had didn't have enough space to make ice. And making ice was like a 12-hour process. And in the meantime, I was dying in here, and I didn't know. I felt so dehydrated and like worn out because I wasn't having any cool drinks. And I gotta tell you, whenever I saw other videos of RVers with ice makers, I'd be like, "You're so fancy.
Yeah, like that's
You have an
why
ice
do you need
maker.
that
Why
type
do
of
you need an ice
luxury?
maker? You've
Why
got
do
a refrigerator. Make ice like normal people. You don't need an ice maker. I need
Yeah.
an ice maker."
Yeah, yeah. Our freezer is too tiny to take up space for a little tiny ice tray, and we didn't want to waste space of storing our bottles in the fridge either because
Exactly.
we need that space for food too. We have a little refrigerator, not a big refrigerator.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the ice maker has made me tremendously happy.
and Lexi too.
And
Lexi
Lexi too.
loves cold water.
Yeah. So it's a purchase I didn't think I would have made. Like I said, I was judging before. I apologize for the judging I did.
Now we can be judged.
Yes, now I'm open to be judged for having an ice maker. But it's made me tremendously happy, and cold drinks rock. Yeah. And the final question I have is, what do you like the least about the RV?
This is gonna sound petty. It's gonna sound so petty.
Okay.
The pantry door. So because we've decided to add those storage drawers during the renovation, the pantry door has to be completely open for those drawers to come out. And if the bathroom door is closed, because the pantry door opens up against the bathroom door, the handle of the bathroom door doesn't let the pantry door open flush. It doesn't open all the way. It opens at an angle.
Against it.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're just reaching in without those drawers being in there to grab something, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. But because those drawers are in there and I need to pull the drawer out, that door can't be at an angle. It has to be completely open. So, every time I open the pantry, I have to open the bathroom door. So the bathroom door needs to be open so that I can open up the pantry door to pull out those drawers. And like I said, I'm being petty. But there are times, let's say, we both wake up and she goes to the bathroom and she's doing number 2. I can't disturb her. She doesn't like to be talked to when she's in the bathroom. Much less have that door open. So if I need to start brewing our coffee and getting our breakfast ready, I am sitting idle. Because I can't open the bathroom door to open up the pantry door to get our filters and coffee and everything to get going. So, yeah, the pantry door is the thing that I like least. And it's, don't tell me, just reverse it and put the handles to open on the other end. Can't do that because if it opens up this way, now the space to actually access the pantry is just so tight because it's going to be between the door and the bathroom door.
Right.
That there's just, it's going to be crazy uncomfortable, so that's not an option.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I like least about the RV. This, no big deal. I mean, yeah, I hate the upholstery, but that's going to get fixed, so whatever. The pantry door.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's petty, but it makes a difference.
It's a good one. Yeah. For me, it's what I've decided to call space negotiation. And it's not the living space.
No.
It's not the living space. The living space is absolutely fine with me. I have absolutely no problems. You know, I don't feel cramped or anything like that.
Storage.
But what I have found out, I kind of knew this, right? I
Okay.
kind of knew this. is that if it's too hard to get to, I'm gonna do without it. And this is something that I realized more so recently, because we were living in the apartment. There was one cabinet where Angie had put like all the pots and pans, and she's like, you know, like obsessive, you know, from like the biggest
Big,
one to
on
the
the bottom.
It's like one of those Russian doll collections, you know. Perfect, and then like she stacks like all the lids perfectly and everything. And whenever I was going to make, let's say, make myself breakfast, and I would say, I'm gonna make myself scrambled eggs, and on the top, immediate access, I couldn't find the frying pan. I can never find anything. Let me throw that in. I can never find anything. But whenever I looked around and I couldn't see it, I would ask, "Where's the black frying pan?" And she'd say, "Oh, it's in the cabinet below the stove." And I'd be like, "Oh, okay, thanks." That meant I'm not going in there to try to find it, to try to get it out, to make myself scrambled eggs. I will have a peanut butter and jelly. Thank you very much. I'm done. And I didn't think anything of it. Now the space negotiation here is vast. Everything is like that cabinet that I was scared of. Everything, okay? Getting a pair of socks is space negotiation. It's take one bin out, take the next bin out, slide over, grab the socks, put it back, slide it over, put it back. I've been wearing the same socks for the last 3 weeks.
No, you haven't. Don't lie.
Practically. Because whenever I have to get something, if I have to do, you know, like, you know those little, I don't know what they're called, I think they're word puzzles or something, and you slide the letters around to get to the A back up to this corner, you slide
I forget
7
what that's
letters,
called, but yeah,
and then you
it's
put
like
it up,
little wood chips,
and then you move it again, and you get to the other, that's what I feel I'm doing. And I don't have patience for that. I don't have tolerance for that. So the space negotiation has become a real problem for me. I am eating less, which is not a bad thing. But
she's becoming very familiar with the microwave.
oh yeah.
So there will be a Friday foodie coming up soon of
Yeah.
Lou making a full meal
Yeah.
using just the microwave.
I have an intimate relationship with the microwave now, because I don't have to reach for
He
anything.
doesn't have to take
I
out the
can-
stove and the pots and the, you know, go through the pantry to look for the
Nothing.
oil.
I grab a plate, I do my thing, I stick it in the microwave, and the plate that it made in, I can eat in as well. So I'm telling you people, you have no idea. Like the anxiety, I'm not even kidding, the anxiety
So silly.
that it causes me. Like I will sit and be like, okay, I need this and that, and then I'm like, wait a second, in order to get this, that, and that, I have to do, okay, I don't really need it. I don't need it. It's all good. Oh, I'll ask Angie, hey, do you know where this is? And hence, before we started this vlog, my hair wasn't looking that great. I was thinking, you know, I don't know if I can gel it or not, you know. Maybe I should just put a hat on.
I noticed. I didn't even notice that you didn't put a hat on.
Yeah, I put a hat on. That's what I'll do. I'll put a hat on. Normally, I would go to the bedroom. They'd be hanging on hooks. Grab a hat, put it on. And I thought, where are my hats? I don't remember where my hats are. You know what? I think I remember. I think they're under the bed. How many bins are under the bed? Oh, 6, 8 of them, maybe.
Yeah, it's the second. It's the middle second row, so you gotta like
How
crawl
many?
under, take out a basket, pull out the next basket.
How many bins do I have to move to get there? Immediately, when that mathematical solution, how many bins? That question, I was like, wait, no. There's enough conditioner in that bottle to tame down the hair. I will make it happen. I will make it happen. I will wear a t-shirt on my head, something that's accessible, but I am not going in there to get a hat. So, yeah, space negotiation is something that I am really challenged with right now. It's the only thing, it's not the only thing, the projects too, but it's the only thing that's really a challenge for me in here. Because I will definitely, I won't eat something if it takes too many steps to get it. I won't grab clothing that I want if it takes too many steps. There's a bunch of things I will not do if it takes too many steps. I get overwhelmed very easily when it comes to those things. And so that's something that I really, really don't like. And I feel bad asking Angie to get them for me too.
And she does. She does. Right now we have like a few things inside the tub that we want to like donate. An example is a guitar that you want to donate to who?
Donating them to the Veterans Association.
A guitar and an amp. So we
The
have
amp
quite a
isn't
few
here
things.
anymore.
Oh, okay, that's right. So we have some stuff stored in there, and every time we have to shower, it's like, okay, let's take that stuff out. She has to go inside, turn on the propane tank, turn on the water heater. So there's a lot of space negotiation with that as well, taking things out to be able to take a shower and then dry everything up and put the stuff back in. And the only reason we haven't donated it yet is I think because COVID, they're basically closed right now, so we have to
Right.
wait for everything.
That
to
doesn't
become
bother
open.
me as much, believe it or not. Taking
But
the
that's
things.
space negotiation. Also, last night you're like, I want to take a shower, and I offered to take it out. She's like, no, 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 I don't want you to take it out. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
but
it.
that the shower doesn't really bother me that much because they're really the only thing that's in there right now that doesn't belong in there is the guitar. But the shower, not the shower, the tub. The tub is a good place to put things that you're not there to keep them out of the way, but still keep them accessible. I just feel that we need a better process, like maybe like a bin where we put all the things that we're going to put in the shower, and when we take it out, we just take the entire bin out with them, put them aside, take a shower, and then put the bin back. Right
Instead
now
of
they're
one by
all
one.
yeah. Right now they're all scattered, but that one doesn't bother me as much. Believe it or not, going outside, turning on the propane, turning on the water heater, not a big deal. But then the second part of it, when I'm already showered and I'm clean and I feel good, to have to go outside into the heat to turn that off, to turn the water heater, that bothers me. I wish after I took a shower I could just sit idle, enjoy that I'm clean, and not have to go outside. So that's the part about it that bothers me the most, is the second part.
The shower and water heater part.
Yeah, that really bothers me a lot. I would love to have an on-demand water heater, but I don't think there comes a point where adding too many things to the trailer, we're going to put too much into it and we're not going to get any of it back. And so at some point we have to step back and say, okay, we've invested enough in the renovation and the upgrades for the RV, and we have to stop because we're not going to get the value, the amount of money we put in it back. And so that concerns me. So putting an on-demand water heater is not something we're going to do for this particular trailer. And as you can tell, I mean, we are considering, like, you know, what's next. You know, we did this, we're going to enjoy it, we're going to take it out, we're going to have fun with it, you know, but we know that something else is next. We know this is not a one-time purchase.
It's definitely not the last RV. There's many more experiences to have and other styles to experience.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who would we be if we just stuck to one travel trailer?
We're adventurous people, so I'm
You are.
open for change.
Yeah.
You're adventurous too. You're pretty adventurous.
I can be, but I'm more strategic. And just more like, you know, just go, just, you know, throw yourself out there and do it. I'm very strategic. I'm a planner. I need to, like, you know, research and know what I'm getting myself into. And she flies by the seat of her pants a lot, which is a good balance, right?
Yes.
It's a good balance.
In everything. Throughout our relationship, these 17 years did not come by without balance. So we balanced each other and everything.
Yeah.
So
That's it. Those are all the questions that I have for us.
I'm sure you have more questions. If there's anything specific that you want to know about our first month living in the RV, I encourage you to ask it down below in the comments. We'd love to answer them.
We'd love to know what you would like to know. Because, I mean, those were kind of quick questions that I came up with that I figured, that I was curious. I was wondering how she was feeling about those things.
Oh, okay. Is that how you came up with it?
Yeah. I was wondering, like, what does she like? What does she not like? You know? So, that's just my own take on this, but we would love to hear any questions that you guys
That you
have.
have. Absolutely. And if you like this video and our first experience, please give this video a big thumbs up.
If you haven't subscribed, please do so right now. Make sure you hit the little notification bell so you know every time we upload a video. If you are a subscriber, thanks for hanging out with us. Really appreciate that.
Yes, you are much appreciated.
Yes, we do. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys. Hey, guys. I'm Angie.
And I'm Lou.
We're Eat, Sleep, RV, Repeat.
And we're going to tell you what it felt like for our first month stationary at the art.